We didn't forget about you, A&B. You guys weren't playing last week. Probably not this Sunday. There is. This Sunday. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Stefano, Peeze, Eagle. 4 games.
Yes, fun stuff.
I just feel like
how long is the show going to be? Because there's no recaps. It's just 4 previews.
4 previews. I just feel like this game. We know who's going to the finals. Oh, we'll see.
So, but I'm saying, why would you get a Beyond Meat burger? Just if you don't like meat, why would you get something that allegedly tastes like meat?
Eagle, how does it taste?
It's beyond meat though, because you think you're beyond everybody else being vegan.
I would say it tastes like a veggie burger, but usually veggie burgers are dry.
Well,
so this
see,
one
like,
is not dry.
I've had like a good veggie burger that was made with like mushrooms and beans and grains.
Shiitake mushrooms?
No, I believe it's portobello.
Ah, fair enough.
But it was really good. And it didn't taste at all like a burger, which is fine. It tastes like a different thing. Because if you don't like meat, why would you take
Beyond
a
burger,
thing that vaguely tastes like a thing you don't
tempted
want?
to try it out.
First off, you ruined everything when you mentioned cauliflower steak on your menu.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you ruin steak for me?
So, hold on, can you give us a
I
breakdown?
saw steak, I'm like, nice, I'm having steak, cauliflower.
Because whoever
fuck that hell.
Because whoever took that option saved me a lot of money.
I believe that.
So hold on, let
entirely.
me ask a question. Sorry, Peeze. In the breakdown of the number of guests,
Cauliflower
how many people took cauliflower steak?
Like
there was about 25 vegans.
You have 25 vegans at your wedding.
No, but some people just chose that.
The guy didn't even
Like,
ask us.
like,
The guy comes up to us and he's like, "Are any of you vegans?" No. Okay, perfect. And then they leave.
There was like so Natalia took the vegan one, so because she's like whatever she wants to try, she'll just try some of mine.
Yeah, makes
So
sense.
that way she got to try both parts of the menu. And I think
How was the cauliflower steak?
It's not bad.
I feel like
I
you're
really
lying.
like cauliflower, so
I do like cauliflower. Okay, so let's get into this because
it's on sale at GA.
Is it?
Two
How
for
much?
$3.
99 cents. 2 for $3.
Check your
Vegetable
folks.
prices are ridiculous,
You go to,
man.
like,
They are
food
getting
store.
ridiculous.
Remember when you had
You
the
go to food
rapini for
stores.
80 cents?
No,
No.
I don't believe that happened in your lifetime.
Exactly. But now it's $2. Like, who buys $2 for rapini? It's ridiculous.
Remember when celery was $7.99?
Yes.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Romaine lettuce the size of my palm is $4.
Even those
I mean, you can plant it
cauliflowers,
yourself.
check them because I'm pretty
What?
sure it's all wrapped and there's like a little tiny head in the middle.
Yeah,
Worse, vegetables. Goddamn. This is why I don't eat them.
Clearly.
you need to eat vegetables.
You know what? Don't call me fat, Eagle. That's mean.
You're gonna die of scurvy. I don't care what you're eating fat. You're gonna be like
Okay.
the only person in 2019 dying of
I
scurvy.
have the
You're
antidote
gonna get a
for scurvy
fucking
at home.
pirate disease.
I have the antidote for scurvy at home.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks
what's
a
the
lot,
antidote for scurvy?
Dr. Doolittle.
Eat vegetables.
Yes,
Very
just
simple.
do that.
Well, I do. I eat salad. Tomatoes are not bad. Computers.
Tomatoes are a fruit,
Cucumbers
but
are pretty
okay.
good.
All right, let's
They
dive
are
into the
not a
playoffs.
fruit.
All
They're
right,
considered
BYOB
vegetables.
taking on Dream Killers, guys. Your thoughts?
Considered a vegetable, guy. We have been over this conversation back
Wait, I
in
know
school.
there's vegetables.
You know
Let's
what,
get to
Mo?
these
Okay, you are the healthiest one of us all, and you're not going to get in on the conversation?
No, because I eat vegetables. Enough
Eagle,
times.
put this on the poll. Is tomato a vegetable?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Mo's
And
poll
one
question.
answer is no, and the other option is Stefano's a terrible scorekeeper.
Yeah, let's put that up, please. Would you rather?
Goddamn.
What do you prefer? Tomatoes or Stefano being your scorekeeper?
Tomatoes or tomatoes? Tomatoes or tomatoes?
All right, BYOB Dream Killers.
Really, Mo? You're just going to jump in?
Yes, because
Like
I get
nothing?
this podcast over with.
Mo can't get over it. There's like 5 minutes that just passed.
I know,
Like-
but it was
we're doing them a favor by lengthening the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly, I feel bad for these guys. They tune in to like 40 minutes of everybody else, and we
Commissioner
talk
just
about
tuned
them
in too.
15 minutes.
Is he tuned in?
Commissioner tuned in.
Hey, Commissioner
Hey,
Simon.
Rob. What's going on?
Hi, Simo.
Simon. Did you enjoy the cauliflower steak? He's probably not going to answer.
Okay, so Dream Killers against BYOB.
Well, honestly, Dream Killers have a better team than what the record had this season. BYOB, honestly, I don't think Matthew Renee is a playoff performer. So it's a thing.
All you're saying.
okay.
Why is it a thing?
Why is it?
Because I feel
Why
like
is it a thing in
the
Steph's mind?
the added pressure that he puts on himself, because to me it's another game, it'll just psych him out and make him think that he has a lot to prove. So he'll try and go big, and he won't stick to the conservative game that's worked for him this season, and it's just going to cost him the game because he's like big game, big plays. That's what it's going to be.
Okay, why is it terrible
Because
analogy by Steph?
playoff
terrible
performances
scorekeeper.
and things like that are media constructs.
Well, we are
Yeah.
media, so there you go.
Yeah, but I hate it because
You're the head
like,
of media. How do you hate media stuff?
Hey, no, it's the weirdest thing, right? I hate sports media, yet here I am. The thing is, to say someone is or isn't a playoff performer is only basing it on past results when you're predicting the future based on past results, especially in FPF where rosters change greatly, players learn new systems and so on and so forth. And in general in sports, I remember for a long time it was, oh, Peyton Manning can't win a big game. Peyton Manning, oh, he won the Super Bowl. And then you just go to the next guy who hasn't done it and say he can't do it. So it's never like, hey, let's look at this circumstance and analyze why the circumstance may or may not be different from the past. Let's just say the past will repeat itself, and when it doesn't, move the yardstick so that we then are analyzing the next guy we say can't do it because they haven't done it, which is nonsense because only one team wins a championship in the end anyway.
Okay, so
Speaking of Peyton Manning, what's the whole thing with him and Romo?
I don't know.
There's like
Were
beef
they
amongst
lovers?
them
I
too.
don't know.
No, there was beef amongst them too about some tweet I think or something.
Could
Like
care less. All right, so
what do you mean you couldn't care less?
I don't care for that. NFL's later on in September. All right, so I'm focused on Sebastian Cristi-Lozon. Is he going to be the difference maker in this football game for BYOB?
He can be. He's awesome.
He can be, but Matthew Rene doesn't really look at him as much as he should. He only goes to him in red zone and he throws it up, or else he can make plays all over the field. He always has a new hairstyle. I like it, and I don't know why he doesn't utilize him more. He has all the assets of being a top receiver, and he uses him.
Honestly, first of all, Matt Lepage is a guy who never gets the credit he deserves.
No, I know.
In FPF.
That's true.
Matt Lepage.
But he was talking about
is
Seb
great.
Cristi-Lozon.
I know, but I'm saying, related to that, I'm really impressed with Matthew Rene this season because he's not a guy who has had the reputation for being bullied in a huddle by louder voices.
Oh, yeah.
Here,
We've seen that.
but you see how good he can be when he has guys who can just go out and execute for him. And it's not just one guy. You got to deal with Sebastian Cristi-Lozon, but you got to deal with Matt Lepage. You got to deal with
Marc-Andre Lapointe.
Marc-Andre Lapointe as well as Marc-Andre Lapointe
Guillaume
at this
Foucault.
level is not going to be a dominant receiver, but he's a guy as a number 3
No,
or
but
4
he's a-
guy.
he's
He's
a guy.
going to contribute.
Like people just forget that he exists in this division because they're not used to seeing him in the higher division. But he's played with Braves. Now he's playing with BYOB. So
By the way, just chilling on his roster is Laurent Foucault. You know what I mean?
I said that.
But that's what I'm saying is that, like the whole way across the roster.
No, he has pieces that
So
actually
why would you
him
need
call
to
his
have
own.
one guy be the lead guy? You don't need
No,
that.
you don't. But I'm just saying he should utilize him more.
I don't
That's
think
all
he
I'm
has
saying.
to. I don't think he has to. It's paid dividends this season, and Matt Rene's had probably one of his better seasons in recent
No,
memory.
he's had a great season. He had a good season.
It's under
almost
the
a
radar.
5-to-1
Yeah.
touchdown interception ratio. That's great.
Under the radar for sure from Matt Rene. Lightweight, Jasmin and Sons.
How is lightweight a favorite?
How are they third?
Because they got the. So first of all, does
They
lightweight have
started
enough
5-0,
players
did they
who are
not?
playoff eligible
No.
for this game?
Imagine Simon Dash in 2 finals, then we're really screwed.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, lightweight's not going to the finals.
No,
Stop.
not going to the
It's
finals.
ridiculous.
Look, Simon Dash is eligible for playoffs. He played 10 games.
You sure about that?
Ralph Morelli, Nick Gruppini. My God, this is a terrible team. Mac
Well,
Kirac,
but the thing is the eligible team for
J-Dub's
lightweight.
probably eligible too.
Henrik Ambrosi is in there.
Yeah, he's this guy. He's a snapper.
Corey
He's got
Kennedy.
9 players eligible.
That's not bad. That's better than I thought.
Well, yeah, because they
so
all
it's-
equally split a season.
Corey Kennedy, Henrik Amboise, Jada Reedy, Jonathan Williams, Justin Lerner, Matt Kierouac, Nicholas Grappini, Rafael Morelli, and F-Dash himself.
It's so like we talked about Simone in Division C, talking about how he was too good for Division, and the team was far and above. Like they just outmatched all their opponents. That's not the case for lightweight. Lightweight is a ragtag group. It's not only a team that maybe is lacking like a top tier star like we see with some of the other teams, but the pieces don't even seem to fit. It just seems like a random collection of breathing humans.
Yeah,
That's what
That
lightweight
makes sense.
is.
that makes sense.
Okay, Jasmin and Sons.
They got in on a failed 2-point convert by
because our boy
your
Sean
boy.
Avram.
But so it depends. Who, like similarly, Jasmine and Sons had the opposite season. They didn't have their full roster early on, and while that worked out for Simo's team for lightweight earlier, it was not working out for Jasmine and Sons. The full roster as constructed is great, but will they have all their pieces for the playoffs? That begs the question.
That's an unknown. We'll
Is
find
Anthony
out.
Van Drum healthy, by the way?
He wasn't there.
I don't think he's playing.
I don't think he's
I don't
playing.
think he's playing
eligible
either.
for playoffs.
Eel, do you know if he's
I
IR?
don't think he's eligible for.
He played 5 games.
Did he play 5?
He played 5. But, Anthony Brisebois is on the team.
I think that's the guy. He has 5 games too.
Yeah.
I think he has 5 games. Okay, I thought that was the replacement if Van Ram couldn't make it.
He is not IR.
He's not IR.
So maybe he's back.
What was the deadline? That was on Monday, right, for the IR rule? Is that correct?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so
A guy who's lesser known, Vincent Malo, is very good. Anthony Brisebois, we know the type of damage he can do. And of course, the
Anthony
Feeney
Brisebois,
brothers will be there.
And
And the guy who the team's named for, Jasmin Ryu, will be there. It's interesting.
Don't you feel like Anthony Brisebois, he plays in the higher divisions, but he just always flies under the radar?
I don't think anymore.
no,
but
not
like-
anymore. People know who he is.
No, but I'm just
When he
saying.
was slumming in Div 5, he definitely
No,
yeah,
was.
his
course,
friend
that-
man would kill like these poor like.
No, but on
engineers.
Monstars, he was their top guy. Like he
Yeah.
was their main
Yeah.
guy, but he didn't start off. People didn't think he would be the top guy. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They just thought he would be like a secondary,
a supporting,
you know,
cast
a
member.
supporting cast
Yeah.
member. He's proven to be a number one guy. Now he
Right.
could show what he's worth in this game against lightweight.
Okay, so Braves NR, loser goes home. There's nothing. There's no second game opportunity for them. So, Braves NR, do you give NR a chance at all?
First off, are we surprised that Braves are third
Yes.
seed?
I thought outsiders would be third.
Yeah.
I thought outsiders would be third. Yeah, I just think that NR. I think that Braves kind of just faltered in like this the way it worked. Right, these all three teams were neck and neck for 1, 2, and 3.
But is it sort of like a regular season grind where they're just like everyone's making the playoffs anyway? The seeding doesn't actually matter, so
Was
Well,
there incentive
like-
for this?
Yes. So the rule in Div A that we put in was that all 4 teams make it. So 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4. The winner of 1 versus 2 goes direct to the final. The loser of that game plays the winner of 3 versus 4. So in the 1 versus 2, so you get a double elimination in the whole process, at least. So you get at least 2 games.
yeah.
So whoever loses between Yuxu and Outsiders will still have a chance to make the finals as they wait the winner of Braves NR. And whoever loses that Braves NR game, they're done.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done. So.
Yeah. So do you give NR a chance?
I mean, you give him
their
a chance.
quarterback Carousel.
Who was going to be their quarterback?
That's a great question. Who will be the quarterback?
Who was their quarterback
Did they
week 10?
declare who the quarterback will be for them?
Who was their quarterback in week 10?
Was it not Phil Cutler or was it not? I forget who it was.
Eagle, do you know?
Eagle's not paying attention.
Of course not. He's playing Pokemon Go.
I'm not.
I know you're on Facebook on your phone and on the computer, which is weird.
So what's interesting about the outsiders?
Oh, it's Jeff Rosenblatt.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
What's interesting about outsiders and Braves is outsiders had a better divisional record, but the equivalent record to Braves. So what that means is outsiders has more losses to Division B teams and therefore are a higher seed than Braves, which I find to
I don't
be
understand how this makes
a
sense.
particularly
Yeah.
interesting
None of this makes
circumstance.
sense. None of this makes
Well,
sense.
because their division was their division.
I know, but they lost to a lower division more than the other team.
But one of our higher tiebreakers, maybe that's something we can look at for the future. But one of the higher tiebreakers is divisional record.
That makes
So,
sense.
but if you have a better divisional record with the same record as someone else, that means you've lost to a team, to more teams in a lower division. In their case, they lost to one.
Okay, so in this case though, the Braves, do they look at this because remember they're in Saskatoon for a tournament, so this whole schedule is mumble jumble because they were supposed to play this game on Sunday, and that's not going to happen. They're playing this game on Tuesday, so. Do the Braves come into this game fatigued, given how many games they'll play in Sask this weekend?
They've done it already, you know?
Yeah.
They're traveling though. They're traveling. It's not like they're going like
When is their game?
Their game's on Tuesday.
No, the game
This was
is
supposed to
So
be a
they-
Sunday game.
the
This
game in Saskatoon is when?
this weekend. They're playing. This is another touch tournament.
I mean,
Okay, so
just
they have a day.
guys, call in sick on Monday,
Yeah.
sleep all day, play on Tuesday. You're good.
But
done.
some of them are probably off. It's construction holidays.
Good point. Good point.
but do you give NR a chance though?
Yes.
You have to give people a chance.
Look, no one is out of their depth in this division. It's Division 1, Division A. We know the 2 best rosters as constructed are You Can't Sit With Us and Braves. But that doesn't mean that like NR is a Division 5 team. They're like a half a notch below.
If they were in Division
Braves,
B, they'd
right?
probably win everything.
Well, they would absolutely. They'd wreck everybody. Any of these teams would wreck
But they've
anybody
lost
in
to
Division
teams in
B.
Div B.
Sorry?
They've lost to teams in Div B. I think they lost
but
to Div B.
I don't think in the playoffs.
No. But I'm
like,
just saying.
You know.
You know. But no, I was just backing you up because you said these guys are not scrap. You know.
No,
If just the division below them, they'd probably slap away the competition. They just got.
they would
matched
be
up
a 9-1.
Yeah, they just got matched
easily.
up
Right.
with the. They got the 4th seed there.
But there's no easy games. In
No,
this
I know.
division,
In that
right?
division,
So
no, they're all tough teams and they're all very good teams.
yeah.
And honestly, I say good teams, but Kevin Wyatt can make anybody look good. So
Well,
I mean,
he's proven
if
that.
you look at their rosters, Kevin Wyatt's roster might not be up to par with, let's say.
Well, I loved it
I know.
on the show where I wasn't here. You guys were saying, but that matchup specifically, you can't sit with us in outsiders. But who really has a better roster? And Terry started off by saying, no, but why are you can sit with us better than outsiders? I think outsiders are just as good. And then Terry himself broke it down and said, in every category except for quarterback, you can't sit with us as better.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, it's not a secret. They're
the
good.
only
If
one
you
that they
see-
didn't think is
you
Surge.
You
Surge
even
was the
catch
one.
me saying outsiders are an underdog in the division for the first time ever. And Chris Rives, amazing hype video. If you haven't seen it yet, do check it out. Chris Rives is doing some great work for us.
Yeah, Chris
So-
Rives is fantastic.
The Braves, and not to make our pick yet. Are you confident the Braves are going by double digits?
No,
So you think it's
I'm
a
not.
one-score game?
it can be, and it can be double digit. It won't
Obviously.
surprise me if it's a 1-point game, and it won't surprise me if it's a 20-point win for Braves. It will slightly surprise me if #NR wins the game, but it's, we're I don't know what's an expression that means we're saying something
Splitting
that's really
hairs?
close. What?
Splitting hairs.
Splitting hairs. I was gonna say picking feathers, but that doesn't make sense.
You're
We're picking
close.
feathers, Mo.
Hairs
We're picking
and
feathers.
All right, Yuxu against Outsiders. Winner goes direct to the final. Loser will have to play, I believe,
Winner.
it'll be the Monday, August 5th.
Huh.
So essentially, the winner would have 10 days off from that game, August.
That might be
July
a bad-
31st.
that's
August
a
11th.
lot.
So, in theory, I mean, you play next Sunday. Albeit you don't want to be in that game, but it keeps you in rhythm. 10 days is a long time off because in reality, whoever makes it to the finals has only played one game in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're right.
So Yuxu Outsiders, and there's no
But
love
then you
lost.
can also look
Chris-
like the rest is good.
But remember, I look at one. I look at three characters in this game: Chris Miard, Kevin Wyeth, Pat Jerome, and there's some bad blood with those three guys.
Why?
Well, there's bad blood between Kevin Wyatt and Chris
Wyeth
Wyatt.
was not happy that Miard did not commit.
That he jumped ship.
He jumped ship to Yuxu, and then the last game they had with each other, which was a phenomenal game in Brossard. Jerome and Miard got into literally a real trash talking, hey, I'm not moving from my spot, go through me type of thing. So I just wonder if that will carry over in this chapter between these two teams.
Well, there will always be trash talk, though.
But this got intense.
Sports is really our version of soap operas, isn't it?
Yeah, but it got really
Probably.
intense though with these guys.
I just heard the whole Wyatt and Millard issue. I didn't hear it. Jerome.
I mean, look, I
Jerome
assume
wasn't happy with
we-
yeah,
I
Pat
assume-
Jerome hasn't been happy with a lot of people this season for some reason. He's had his altercations with quite a few players, not just
It's
in.
weird because I've never
me
known
neither.
I've never known Pat Jerome to be a giant trash talker.
Me neither.
Oh, he is.
He is
Really?
low key.
yeah. He'll let you know what's up.
He'll just hit you with one word or one line.
Yeah, but that's fine. But everyone trash talks.
No, I know.
But I'm saying a guy who gets in people's faces. I really haven't seen that.
Right. So who benefits if it's a high scoring game? Because both teams can score points, right?
It's going to be high scoring, and I think it's. I mean, it's Federer and Nadal at this point, right? Or it is what it is. It's the two top heavyweights trading blows.
Couldn't go Federer Jokovic, really?
Or Federer, Djokovic, whatever. I mean, it's the same. There's
What did you say?
Federer and Nadal. I was just 2 years old. Mine was just 2 years ago.
Hey, Eagle, can you talk to the president, Simon? Tell him that there's two different times on these games.
What does that even mean?
On the website, it's listed for 10 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait a minute. I beg your pardon. That's a Wednesday game. My bad. Carry
All
on.
right, Mo, go to bed. Mo needs sleep.
So, I honestly
gotta boo.
think there's not two guys who can move the ball with as much grace and as much ease as Alex Holloway and Kevin Wyeth.
Yeah.
And I love Joe Maher, but there's something we all know about
There's elegance.
we all know about what Kevin Wyeth is, but my God, watching Alex Holloway play is one of the most amazing
He's like a
experiences.
maestro out
Yeah.
there.
It's awesome. To think that the guy was in Division 5
No
3 or 4
regard.
years ago,
No regard. I think about that.
that's awesome. It's
Yeah.
and they believed that another dude
What's better than Alex
was better than
Holloway?
Alex Holloway.
It's like, what this reminds me of when the Dolphins, your Dolphins took Dante
Dante
Culpepper
over
Drew
Drew Brees. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Peeze.
Give me Drew Holloway.
Yeah, exactly.
Drew Holloway.
All right.
And who's Dante Culpepper?
Whoever they
James
took.
Floriani.
Was it James Floriani? They
It was
took
James
over?
Floriani.
Unbelievable.
At the time, I was playing with James Floriani, And I said, that doesn't make sense.
No, dude, that's terrible. My God, like the course of paths that what could have been?
Yo, but like whatever, they ended with Corey Pecker, so it's fine.
Yeah,
it
no,
all
it's
worked
fine.
out. It all worked out.
Yeah, it all worked out. But this in the end, but anyway.
But just that there's not a guy who's improved in such a short period of time than Alex Holloway. It's out of
he's
this
done
world.
very well.
It's
Absolutely.
It's awesome. I am super happy, but
Broke the season record for yardage.
Yeah,
but that's the thing is,
Wyatt by 13 yards.
I love the way he plays. It's just so exciting. It's explosive. It's awesome.
All right, so we're making our picks soon, but YCSWU Outsiders, a percentage that we'll see this in the final on August 11th. If you put a percentage right now, 20%, 30%, that we see a rematch in.
I'd say 40.
I'd
say
17
40.
days from now.
I'd say 40.
40. What do you say, Peeze?
It has to be. Wait, for those two teams,
A rematch of this
it has to be 33%.
Percentage-wise, no, it's 50-50.
It's not.
No, but I'm saying because remember, whoever loses plays the winner of Braves versus NR, right?
Yes.
So what's the chance that we'll see this matchup
This specific
again?
matchup.
This specific matchup as a
It's
rematch?
33.
Technically, it's 33%, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that I think that it'll be more like a 40.
No, I'm gonna stick with math. 33%.
Yeah, stick with math. That's what we've been doing.
All right. Magic words. Oh, sorry.
Man, I didn't have magic words
I
ready.
know.
I gotta delay my picks and look at my phone.
All
for
right.
minutes.
It is now time for
Games of the week.
All right, got that.
Eagle had like fucking 18.
I ate all of them.
Unreal. Eh? We got 22 minutes of Div A&B previews. All right, here we go. Games.
That's because we had a 5-minute conversation about Beyond Meat.
Yeah.
That's why. You
Let's
see.
go.
Anything else for Reed?
BYOB versus Dream Killers.
I'm gonna go Dream Killers.
I'm gonna go BYOB. I'm liking Matt Rennie this
No,
season.
I like the BYOB team. I like them very much.
Lightweight versus Jasmin and Sons.
Clean
Light-
sweep?
Yeah, I'm
Question
gonna
mark?
I'm gonna go
What'd you
lightweight.
You gonna go lightweight?
Yeah, I'm gonna go lightweight.
Why?
Because I want to see what
Are you out of your mind?
I want to see what Dash need to be in the finals.
He's
so
already gonna be in the finals. The
I
Division
want to be in
C.
2 finals, so it really screws us over.
Jasmine and Sons.
I'll probably take lightweight.
Fred, yo, just beat him, please.
Please do.
We need some more.
We don't need him to gloat.
Braves versus #NR.
I say Braves.
Braves. Yeah, Braves.
Braves.
And YCSWU versus Outsiders.
Wookswoo.
I think Outsiders win this one.
I say you can't stay with us.
Wyatt didn't forget the last game between these two teams. Wasn't happy. I was not happy. Yeah, I think Peeze might be right.
Were
Magic
you
words,
happy, Mo?
please.
Were you happy, Mo?
Yeah, it was a fun game. Magic words, please.
Are zebras white with black stripes or black with white stripes?
Good night, Marco Asensio.
Who?
Marco Asensio.
Why would you say a person Peace doesn't know?
That's the whole point.
Huh?
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. He is a center attack mid of Real
Why are
Madrid.
you whispering into your mic, Mo?
That's it. Like
For-
I
for
asked
dramatic
what
effect.
the first time because I didn't hear the name.
Marco Asensio.
Who's this?
That's my point. That's what I said.
Do you know who?
Yeah, he's a center attack mid for Real Madrid.
Soccer? Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Blame Mo. He's ridiculous. I
Soccer.
know sports. I know sports. You
Well-
don't watch soccer, really?
Mute his mic for an entire week.